December 9th, 1965. A quiet winter evening in western Pennsylvania. Families were finishing dinner, kids were glued to their television sets, and the world seemed as ordinary as any other night. Then, just after 4:40 p.m., the sky tore open. Witnesses from 6 different states reported a fireball blazing across the sky, glowing orange, trailing sparks, moving far slower than any meteor should. And its path wasn't random. It changed direction. People watched as the object arced across the horizon, descending toward the woods near a small village called Kecksburg. What happened next would become one of the strangest unsolved events in American history. The Kecksburg UFO incident. The first witnesses saw it over Ontario, Canada, then Michigan, then Ohio. Phones rang off the hook. A bright object, low and controlled, flying too slow to burn up, yet too fast to be an aircraft. Some said it cracked like thunder. Others said it vibrated the ground. Meteor? Satellite? Something else? The object streaked through the night, silent for a moment, before disappearing behind the hills of Kecksburg. Then came the shockwave. Seconds after the object vanished, residents reported a deep thud coming from the forest. Not an explosion, more like something heavy hitting the ground. A local radio station got dozens of calls. Parents told their kids to stay inside. A few brave souls grabbed flashlights and headed into the trees. And that's when they saw it. A faint blue glow pulsing between the trunks, smoke rising above the branches. And a strange smell, metallic, almost chemical. One witness claimed the air felt charged, like the moment before lightning strikes. Another said animals in the woods scattered violently, like something unnatural had arrived. Several locals, including a young boy whose testimony remained consistent for decades, said the craft sat lodged in the ground at an angle about the size of a small car, bronze in color. Seamless, no wings, no windows, and then the detail that turned Kecksburg from rumor to legend. Strange markings along the base, not English, not numbers, not Cyrillic. The boy described them as symbols like Egyptian hieroglyphics, but not the same. Others said they saw lines, circles, and odd geometric shapes. For a moment, the residents of Kecksburg stood there staring at something they could not explain. Something that didn't belong. Then the government arrived within the hour. State police sealed the roads. More vehicles arrived. Unmarked trucks, men in military uniforms, equipment with no identifiable tags. Residents were pushed back. Some were threatened with arrest. Reporters were told to leave immediately. By nightfall, search teams in the woods carried radiation detectors. Others hauled tarps, ropes, and heavy machinery. The woods were off limits. The story, whatever it was, had become classified. One witness said he saw soldiers pointing weapons at civilians who tried to approach another, claimed he heard a soldier mutter, "This one's not from here." Whether he meant not from this area or something far stranger, nobody knows. As the night dragged on, trucks rumbled down the dirt road leading into the forest. Sometime after midnight, a large flatbed truck rolled out, covered in a tarp. Beneath the canvas, locals swore they saw the outline of an acorn-shaped object, about the same size described earlier in the woods. The truck was escorted by military police. It didn't stop, it didn't slow down, and it headed straight north, toward a classified Air Force facility. Witnesses watched it disappear into the darkness, and the town suddenly fell silent. Whatever landed that night was gone. The next morning, the military issued a statement. Nothing was found. Nothing crashed. Nothing recovered. Case closed. But hours later, the statement changed. Now they claimed the object was a meteor. Then they said it was a satellite. Then they denied the satellite part, 3 explanations in under 24 hours. None of them matching what hundreds of people witnessed. NASA eventually admitted it might have been the re-entry of a Soviet probe, but then revealed that all records related to the incident had been lost. Government documents rarely get lost. not when they involve territorial airspace in the Cold War. The contradictions only fueled the mystery. Here's the problem with every official explanation. Meteor? Meteors don't slow down satellite. Satellites break apart. This object didn't. Soviet probe? The timeline doesn't match. And the glowing blue light described by witnesses has never been associated with falling space debris. Something came down that night, something controlled, something intact, and someone wanted it taken away quietly. For years, the government refused to release any meaningful documents. Witnesses who spoke publicly said they were warned to stay quiet. Some claimed military officers visited their homes. Others said their original statements disappeared from police archives. Even decades later, when the town installed a replica monument of the acorn-shaped craft, the government stayed silent. No confirmation. No denial. Nothing. Just a wall of secrecy that has lasted for almost 60 years. So what was it? There are 3 leading theories. 1. A classified US experiment. Something the military needed to recover before anyone else saw it. 2. A Soviet device, and the US didn't want the public knowing they retrieved it. 3. Something not human. Something designed with symbols no linguist could explain. Something that glowed, moved with intention, and survived impact with almost no damage. The truth is simple. Whatever landed in Kecksburg didn't match anything known in 1965, and the government treated it like something extraordinary. Most mysteries fade with time. Witnesses pass away. Memories blur. But the Kecksburg incident remains sharp. Too many voices. Too many similar descriptions. Too much secrecy. Something fell from the sky that December night, and the world was never told what it was. All we have left are the stories, the blue glow in the trees, the acorn-shaped craft, the symbols no one could read, and a truck that rolled into the night carrying the truth away. The Kecksburg UFO incident, the woods still remember.